students. Today we will discuss interpolation. Interpolation, from the word you can, I think you can understand the idea. Suppose that you are given a function like this, okay, and you have a graph like this, and you have been given some points. Okay, say x1 y1, then you are given x2 y2, then you are given x3 y3, then you are given x4 y4. Okay, so the table goes like that. It's simple. So x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3, x4 y4. So that is the data table that is provided to you. So what happens in interpolation? And now that means you have all these values. So you know this, what is for x1, what will be y1, then you know what is for x2 what will be y2, and for x3 what will be y3, then so on. Now if I give you a point like this somewhere here, okay, and if I ask you find me this point, say this is say x, so simply x5, okay, and I'm asking you find the value of y5 for that. And what will you do? So it's simply you are given some points and you have been asked some point in between them. So it's a kind of interpolation. Sometimes what happens, you are given a plot like this and you will be asked a point here, then you need to extend it like this. Okay, there are so many ways to do it. So that is called extrapolation. Okay, but here we are going to do in interpolation because we are going to find somewhere here only, okay, the point inside that data. So you may be asked, suppose that, again I am giving you an example, suppose the data table is given like this, and suppose you are given 1, then 1.5, then 2.0 and 2.5, and some values are say 7, then 9, then 16, then say 29. So now I am asking you find the value of y at x equal to say 1.79. okay, then what will you do? So that is during this kind of questions we will use the method of interpolation. Now there are two types of interpolation. Okay, so first type is called Lagrange interpolation. Okay, what is the specialty of this Lagrange interpolation? You will apply Lagrange interpolation only for unequally spaced data, or you can say unequally, let me write it again, Lagrange interpolation. So it is like, I will be more precise, it is called unevenly spaced data. Means 1, 1.2, 2.3, then say 3.1. So they are not evenly spaced. That gap is different everywhere. And another method is there, that is called Newton's forward, that we have already used. So interpolation, definitely I will show you some of the ways to do it from the for the interpolation way point of view. So it is called equally spaced data, or you can say evenly spaced data. Fine. So remember, whenever you have unevenly or unequal spaced data, then you need to use Lagrange interpolation method, and whenever you have equally spaced data or evenly spaced data, then you need to use Newton's forward interpolation. Okay, Now let us move into the main topic. That means let us start with interpolation for even unevenly spaced data or unequal spaced data. So that method is nothing but Lagrange interpolation. So what we will consider, let us take into consider, okay, the following data. So how does it look? Simply x fx x naught fx naught x1 fx1 x2 fx2. So it will go on and it will go on up to xn fxn. Okay, so we have this set of data. Okay, now and we need to consider that they are it is given at unevenly spaced point or non-uniform points. So it is called, it is for uneven or non-uniform points x0 x1 x2 up to xn. Okay, now for this data we can fit this unique polynomial of degree less than equal to n. Okay, since the interpolating must be using all the ordinate means the y-axis, fx0 fx1 fx2 like that, it can be written as, so the we will now using all this thing, we will using all this data in the table, we will try to write a polynomial. Okay, so how to write a polynomial? A polynomial can be written as, so, and it is polynomial of order, what is that? It is less than equal to n. So we will definitely write it as Pnx, polynomial of order n. Okay, so this is a standard form of writing it. So I will tell you in detail what does these things represent. Or we can simply write it as L0 x f0, L1 x f1, L2 x f2, Ln x fn. We are just simplifying the way of writing. So this basically represents a polynomial of order n. Okay, now you might be thinking that what are this L0 and this L0 x, L1 x, all this represent. So here Lix is called Lagrange interpolating polynomial. You just remember Lagrange interpolating polynomial. Okay, LIP. So what is the standard formula for this? This is very important, you must remember this. So it goes like this: x minus x0, x minus x1, x minus x2. So it will go then x minus xi, x minus xi plus 1, and it will go up to x minus xn. Similarly, it will go like xi, this is ith. So again there will be an I. Try to remember this formula, the trick of this formula. So xi minus x naught. So these things will be similar. Okay, only the thing that is changing is this x. Here it is x, here it is x, here it is x, here it is x. So in denominator it is replaced by xi. So it is xi minus x1, xi minus x2. Okay, and here you can see that here we have, be careful to write it. Okay, see, I made a mistake. Just let me erase one thing. You can see that this is I, li. So when you write the terms in a numerator, you can never use the term x minus xi, because if you use the term x minus xi in the numerator, there will be an xi minus xi. So it will be totally what, 0. So it is not defined, it is an undefined quantity. So while writing this, we need to be careful. What we need to do, when we will be writing here, this is x minus x minus xi plus 1. So it should be x minus xi. So we will skip it, we will do one step. So it will be x minus xi minus 1. So this is the way of writing it. And here also you see then what will happen, xi minus xi minus 1, xi minus xi plus 1. So the middle step is missing. Okay, we can't write that particular term, and at last it will be xi minus xn. Okay, so let me do one example. Suppose you need to find L5x. Okay, so how will you do it? First of all, just look at this thing, L5. Okay, so first x minus x naught. Okay, then x minus x1, it will go. Then when you write, you can never write x minus x5 because it is already fifth order. So you must write x minus x4, and then you must write x minus x6. You cannot write x minus x5. You need to skip that. Similarly, here also it will be x5 because it is ith order. What is I here? 5. So x minus x5 minus x naught, x5 minus x1, then x5 minus x4, x5 minus x6, and it will go on. So just here we skipped one step. So similarly, if you have L3x, so what you need to do, x minus x naught, x minus x1. So x minus x3 should come, but you should not write. So x minus x2, x3 should come, but we will not write x3 because it is third order. So we will write x minus x4. Okay, and it will go on. Similarly, it will be x3 minus x naught, x3 minus x1, x3 minus x2, x3 minus x4, and it will go on. Okay, so this is a way of writing a polynomial, this Lagrangian interpolating polynomial. So let's do for linear interpolation. Okay, so for in linear interpolation means it is of order 1. It means in linear interpolation means order is 1. That means mathematically what does it mean? N equal to 1. So how the table will look like? As x affects, if you want to make the table, okay, it is of order 1. So it will go from x naught and then up to x1. It will not go beyond that. And it will be f naught and f1. Okay. So that means first of all, for this we will have an L0 and for this we will have an L1. So how to write that? So L0 x is equal to, okay, first x minus, obviously this is 0th order, so x minus x1, okay, x minus x1, then x0 minus x1. Similarly, if you want to write L1x, it will be first order, I equal to 1, so it will be x minus x0, because x minus x1 you can't take because it is already 1, and then you have x1 minus x0. So this is a trick of writing the Lagrange interpolating polynomial. It comes with practice only. So therefore, how the polynomial looks, you know that Pnx is equal to something like L0x, F0, L1x, F1, and goes on like this. So since our case it is simply P1x, so it is L0x, F0, L1x, I will remove this, looks confusing. So it's L1x, F1. Okay, so already we got the value of L0x. What is that? X minus x1 by x0 minus x1. So x minus x1 by x0 minus x1. So it comes out to be F0. Similarly, L1x we have got x minus x0 by x1 minus x0. So it is x minus x0. See, just for 1, I is equal to 1. So it will be for x0. So x1 minus x0. That's all. So it is F1. So we have the expression for linear polynomial. Okay. Similarly, for quadratic polynomial, okay, it is of order 2. Okay, quadratic means order equal to 2. So how the table will look? x0, x1, x2, f0, f1, f2. So this is our data table shape. It looks like this. So from here we will get L1, from here we will get L2, for here we will get L3. So how to get the L0 first of all? L0 x is equal to, first of all, x minus x1. Obviously x0 will not be there because it is already 0th order. And then we have x minus x2. Then you have x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2. Similarly, we have L1x. So we have x minus x0. We can't have x minus x1 because it is already I equal to 1. So x minus x2. And then we have x1 minus x0, x1 minus x2. And then we are going to have L2x. So it will be x minus x0, x minus x1. We can't have x minus x2 because it is already I equal to 2. Then we have x2 minus x0, x2 minus x1. So these are the 3 things that we need to derive. Okay. So when we write the polynomial, final polynomial, how will it look? P2x is equal to x minus x1, x minus x2, x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2. You should be able to write it without looking into your note. So you need to practice it in such a way. Similarly, x minus x0, x minus x1, x2 minus x0, x1, I'm sorry, I am again wrong here. I'm just looking into it, doing it without looking into my notes. So that's why I would like to try to concentrate. That's why I'm telling that to do this you need to do lot of practice. So we are going to I equal to 1. So we will write x minus x naught, x minus x2. I hope this time I am correct. And since I equal to 1, so it will be x1 minus x naught, x1 minus x2. So it is f1. Now I have I equal to 2. So it is x minus x naught and x minus x1. I think it's correct. And then I equal to means x2 minus x naught, x2 minus x1, and then it is f2. So this is the form for a polynomial of second order, okay, or you can say that quadratic polynomial. So these all about polynomials. So I will upload one numerical problem which is on polynomial, and it is solved by using Lagrange polynomial method.